This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/TYT for an awesome free trial membership.
Roger Ebert is apologizing for using the N-word during a tweet. He was tweeting about the new version of the Huckleberry Finn book that will take out all of the N-words and replace them with the word slave. So Roger Ebert thinks that it's a terrible idea, and he decided to tweet about it on Wednesday. So I want to read you his tweet. He says, "I'd rather be called an N-word than a slave." And of course,
But he actually used the real word.
He actually used the real word. And then, of course, he received some criticism for saying that, and somebody actually wrote a blog about it. So on Thursday, he tweeted again with a link to the blog criticizing him, and he says, "You know, this is very true. I've never been called an N-word or slave, so I should just shut the fuck up."
Yeah, you know, there's so many different interesting things here. First of all, since the N-word is so heavily censored, I can't even tell. Did he end it with an A or an ER?
I can't tell either.
Right?
It's insane that they blacked it out in the actual article.
Yeah.
Like our sensitive eyes cannot see
the
word.
He spelled it fully out.
Fully out, because that's the way it is in Huck Finn.
Yeah.
Right, with an ER, right? This is, they didn't censor Ice Cube, they censored
Yeah.
Mark Twain, right? So, first of all, substantively, we're of course on Roger Ebert's side on the issue of whether it should have been censored or not. We discussed that on the show. Of course you shouldn't censor Huck Finn, that's crazy.
Yes.
And change the words. That's nuts, if you ask me. Now, as to whether he should have said that, that's a separate issue. All right, you weigh in first, Ben.
Well, I mean, whether he should have said it, I don't know. He did say it. He's making a point. Mm-hmm. He's making a point about censoring the. He's not making a point about what's a better thing to be called. He's making a point about changing a very important piece of American fiction where the use of that word is a relevant part of understanding it. It's a great piece of American fiction. The use of that word is relevant in it. So, it was probably a little, Roger Ebert, he must do 100 tweets a day.
Right.
Really.
He's a tweet machine.
He's a tweet machine. So maybe this one is a little foolish. Roger Ebert his wife is black. Mm-hmm. He's the least racist guy in America.
He's one of the biggest libs in the world. Obviously, been in favor of,
He's not just lib. He is keenly racially aware.
Right. Look, I'm going to go further than you. Full and utter pardon. I don't need to have the follow-up tweet at all.
Although his follow-up tweet is even then he can't help but be a little thoughtful.
Yeah, he's being thoughtful about it. He's being, in my opinion, overly, accommodating to that point of view. Now, the people who are criticizing him, I don't think are coming from a bad place either. No. They're just saying, hey, look, you shouldn't use that word. But I think in the context of this conversation, he's not using it out of the blue like Dr. Laura. He's using it within the context of that word being the conversation.
Context in all these things, it matters, everything, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the whole, what's weird is that, a writer can write the word in a screenplay, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, because it tells us something about the character. Like now, if you write a screenplay and the character uses the word, we learn something about the character. So the director can instruct the character to say the word. The actor can say the word that the writer has written. But a critic can't mention it in his story.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense. All right, are we unanimous, Anna?
Yes, I agree with you guys.
All right, so we're full and utter pardon. Here we go. Roger, bring it down. Everything's going to be all right. Total pardon. Not guilty. We don't even need the pardon. Not guilty in the first place. Get a load of Netflix. They deliver the movie to your house. No late charges. Free shipping.
You can watch thousands of movies or TV shows straight on your PC or on your television through a gaming console.
Netflix.com/TYT. Free trial membership. You get Netflix all over you.